Yes, guys, welcome back to another United Post. Beautiful weekend of football again. Um, yeah, a couple of big results for some teams, for some, not so big. Um, so, today, obviously, we'll talk about the weekend roundup, all the games, but focus is usually on United. So Saturday, the fixtures kicked off with Newcastle hosting Tottenham, and Spurs did it again. Last season they got hit, I think 6-1 or 5-1. I'm not sure. This season again they get hit 4-0. I don't know what's up with Tottenham. Tottenham will forever be Tottenham, I guess. Next game was Brentford Sheffield. Brentford won it 2-0. Burnley Brighton again. It was another draw, 1-1. Man City, the league leaders now, 5-1, very convincing win. It looks like it's shaping up as we expected, Nottingham Forest drew with Wolves 2-2. Bournemouth and United was the last fixture of the day. And it was awful. Another game of mistakes, another game of errors, but we just have to move. So this game, United would have been, I think, 8 points off. Is it 8? Yes, would have been 8 points behind Spurs at fifth if we won this game against Bournemouth. Wasn't the hardest game, I won't lie. We just never controlled the game. That was the issue. Best player in the game by far was Bruno again. Bruno is starting to find his form again as the season comes to an end. But shocking defending again. Kwambala, as I expected, Solanke did the thing against him. Totally boxed the kid. The kid couldn't breathe. Made a lot of errors. Made an error to the first goal. Onana also again can't save nothing. Onana is one useless keeper. One of the worst signings I think I've seen as a United fan ever. He just doesn't look convincing at all in goal. He saves everything that comes pretty much straight to him or hits his body one way or the other, but he doesn't make decisive saves that all the other top keepers make. Again, our game seems to be counter. We look very dangerous on the counter attack. I don't know, man. We were scored first. Solanke scored in the 20th minute. Bruno equalized again. 3 games in a row now he scored. Kwambala, Højlund, Casemiro were the worst players in the game. Kwambala is excusable because he's still developing. He's very young. I think he's 18, 17 or something. Højlund, I can see why Højlund didn't perform because he never got a chance from any other player. He was never fed a through ball. He was never given a cross. Nothing. Our wingers are not feeding. There's no supply to the striker, and that's been our problem for seasons. Even before Eric came in, we had issues in that position. Now he's here, still have issues in that position. We don't have an out-and-out goal scorer as may be. So second half, Ahmad came on, Garnacho went off. We were down 2-1 at the break, so again the manager had to do some picking up in the dressing room, and Bruno, we got a lucky penalty. That was a very soft penalty, but we'll take it. Played a very poor second half. The game ended 2-2. United dropped another 2 points. We haven't won a game now in 7 Premier League games. It's shocking. And I was a very big sympathizer of this manager, but you have to judge the manager with the results he's providing us, and they're not looking too good. you'd think that with the new owners, something would spark up, but yeah, we keep going down in every game. As much as we come back, that's not the type of game I want. I understand the injuries and all, but I think it took some key players. Some key players. He made a decision about some key players that I feel is starting to hunt him back into like Martial. Martial was a player every manager that managed him wanted to let go of him. He was loaned out to Sevilla. It never worked out, but he always does well in preseason. The manager was convinced again. And yeah, he played this season, but he hasn't played anything, especially this year. He hasn't kicked the ball. Looks like we're going to offload him. I think McTominay was another one. Us not going for a defender, buying a 36-year-old, getting a 36-year-old guy for free. Eriksen not playing. There's a lot of issues at United, and I feel like we need to change. We still have a lot to change. Our medical department, as much as we got the Arsenal guy, he won't do miracles alone. I feel like the other guys who've been there for years need to be let go by the club. It's really disappointing seeing how the game turned out, as I thought would have done much better, but another draw, another poor performance. You can't expect players to carry you through such every time. The team needs to play, and we are not playing. For me, I feel like Eric's time is done. I feel like I don't hate him as a manager, but United needs someone who can be convincing during such times, and Ten Hag doesn't seem to be the guy for me. So Sunday had some massive games, especially at the top of the league. Liverpool kicked us off against Palace at home, and they dropped 3 points. Another slip by Van Dijk, similar to the Gerrard one. And yeah, I've never been convinced by Liverpool winning the league this season, especially because of their performances against the big teams. Liverpool have never looked convinced. Okay, against City at home, they did play a good game, but they've not looked convincing for me this season. They've won a lot of their games in extra time, which does for a few games, but not most of your games. Liverpool have again missed a lot of chances. I think they're really missing Jota. Jota for me is the best forward. Nunes had some blinders he missed. I don't know how the Liverpool fans feel about him, but yeah, he's another one who's not turning up. Next game was Fulham-West Ham. Fulham beat West Ham at their home 2-0. A good game by Fulham. I just watched the highlights, but yeah. Another big game was the Arsenal-Villa game. This was the game to me that if Arsenal won, they would have convinced me that they are worthy of fighting for the title, but again, they fall short when they really need to get the points. Arsenal, for me, Arsenal's problem is the manager. I'll say that outright, because how he makes a sub at such a crucial time. I think it was the 80th minute or late 70s. Took off Odegaard. Odegaard by far was the best player on the pitch. Arsenal had better balance with him. As soon as he came off, the wheels went off, and yeah, Bailey came on and scored, and Oli Watkins at the end sealed it off with a 2-0. I think now, especially with the fixture lists ahead, I'd have to give it to City. Arsenal and Liverpool are still there in terms of points, but looking at the run-in they have, I would go with City, and then Liverpool second up, and then Arsenal third, because Arsenal have some massive games. I think next week they play, apart from the Champions League, they still have Chelsea at home. They have to go away to Tottenham. They have to go away to United, and they will drop points in one of those 3 games, or in 2 or 3, or actually all of them, because at this point of the season, Arsenal is known for bottling it, and yeah, It seems like it's repeating itself again. Anyway, a great weekend of football. Champions League this week. I expect City to beat Madrid at home in the second leg, and I expect Bayern to beat Arsenal. It will be tight, the Bayern Arsenal game, but I expect Bayern still to beat Arsenal. Atleti and Dortmund. I think Atleti will go in with a 2-1 advantage. I still expect Atleti to hold out for the win. And Barcelona PSG, I'll go with a PSG win away because I'm just feeling as if PSG might go all the way. Thanks again. Watch, like, subscribe. Adios.